Slick talker since a jet. Wintertime, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school. Winter one hell of a kid. I am smoking gas, jogging mid. I'm lit. What you doing? I done did. I swear. Slick talker since a jet. Finesse. I know that this what they want. Facts. Run up some money, I'm gone. I'm the truth like Ron.
Hey guys, it's DX What Is here. Sorry for not uploading in the whole week. I've just been busy with life, you know. But anyway, welcome to part 4 of What If Naruto Was the New Uchiha. And without further ado, let's get into this. All right, we're gonna start this What If with Naruto. So last time, I said that Naruto went on a rampage on a bridge in the Zabuza arc. So yeah, he killed Gato's whole army, destroyed Gato. Then it got a little sentimental. He had to leave. The darkness took him, and yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. All right, Naruto has been meditating in the demon's dimension for 4 years, training his mind and body. He meditates on the outside while developing skill on the inside. He trains with that demon in his mindscape. He is now a master of Tai, Ken, Nin, and Genjutsu. He is going to be so OP. None of my what ifs are gonna be with a weak ass protagonist. All right, this is gonna be straight OP niggas. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Straight OP characters bodying everybody. I don't care. But they might start off weak, but just know some gonna click. They just gonna be like, man, I'm tired of this. Anyway, the demon taught him a lot of techniques. He even knows how to move his body without thinking. Ultra instinct, not ultra instinct. I'm just calling it instinct because, you know, OP. Anyway, he now has the Mangekyo Sharingan with Tomoe, developed by the demon and the Kyuubi. They work together to upgrade his Mangekyo to a higher version. Like, it's so strong. You'll know the abilities soon enough. Anyway, he is now the official successor of the demon Akuma. That's the demon he made a deal with. Not the Mao C. No, not him. It's just you know what I'm saying, just a demon, you know, a powerful one. And probably at the end I'll tell you guys what that position will be, or it probably will be in here, but if not, I'll tell you at the end, because I haven't really thought about it. I probably did, but it's just been a while since I looked at this, but I haven't thought of what that position would be, but I had an idea, but I just needed to get it to click because I sort of forgot. Anyway, he will become the next Akuma demon once he dies. Now that he has himself under control, he's able to go back to Konoha. Yes. 4 years later, Sakura is currently. I know some of y'all hate Sakura, but I just want to switch it up. Like, I like that. I just want to switch it up. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying. I say I don't want to be. I just want to be, unique. You know, people be hating on Sakura, weak ass. I know she's weak ass and all that shit, useless. But it's whatever. All right, Sakura is currently on a mission to retrieve Gaara along with Team Guy. Team Kakashi along with Lady Chiyo are up against Deidara and Out of Shell Sasori. And by the way, Kakashi destroyed Kisame already. Anyway, they're having a hard time, but I'm managing. It's just I'm giving a buff to, Deidara and Sasori because, plot. Anyway, they're having a hard time, but are managing. They are at a standoff with the two as of now, staring intensely at each other. Sakura is panting heavily because she barely can keep it together. Weak ass. Anyway, this goes on for a few more seconds until they all see a dark circle appear on the ground. Datara. What is that? Is this a genjutsu or something? Kakashi. Nope. It's your worst nightmare. A shadow begins to slowly emerge from that circle. Sasori. What the hell is going on? The shadow is now standing there with darkness leaking from it, just flowing elegantly. After a few moments of silence, the darkness disappears. The figure dashes towards them without a sound, without a trace. Couldn't even see him. Instantly appearing behind them. They all look in shock of what just happened. Sasori falls to the ground with a punctured core, and Datara falls down with blood spewing from his neck. I'm gonna say this now. I'm getting rid of the Akatsuki early, because there is a new enemies. Yeah, just new enemies. I'll elaborate on it, or it's probably in here somewhere. But anyway, the figure then turns around, revealing it to be Naruto Uchiha, back after 4 years. Sakura couldn't believe her eyes. She begins slowly walking towards him with tears beginning to well up. I've got to make sure this isn't a genjutsu. She then approaches him, walking slowly, reaching for his face. She places a hand on Naruto's face and feels his warmth. They look into each other's eyes as Naruto places a hand over hers with a smile of happiness and says, I've missed the smell of strawberries. After what he said, Sakura begins to break down crying and latches her arms around his neck, hugging him tightly, falling to the ground. She didn't want to let him go ever again. Naruto returns the hug and lets her cry on his shoulder. They sit there and Naruto sees Kakashi approach along with team guy Lady Chiyo and the others. Kakashi. Glad you're back, Naruto. I'm so glad I can see you again. But right now, we need your help with reviving Gaara. They successfully extracted him. We made it late, but I know you can do this. Naruto. I don't know who that is. Kakashi points to a corpse with red clothing. Naruto then puts his hand on Sakura's head and says, Let me get up and revive your friend. We'll talk later. Sakura then wipes her tears and lets him up. Naruto goes to the corpse of Gaara and he begins to pour his chakra into him. They're all stunned at the type of chakra Naruto is releasing. It seems rather inhuman. Excuse me, sorry. After Naruto put his chakra into Gaara, he forms hand signs. He forms hand signs. Then places a hand on his chest as a beam of light shines above both of them. He then says, Return the soul to its vessel and grant life to this corpse once more. The beam of light then shines brighter as Gaara's body shoots up as he breathes heavily. Everyone is ecstatic about their Kazekage's return. Lady Chiyo runs up and hugs her grandson tightly. Naruto then proceeds to walk over to his team. Sakura embraces him once more and says, I'm so glad you're okay. He then hugs her back. Then he realizes one more person is in here to greet him on his return. Hint, hint. Where's Sasuke? And who's this? Sakura then breaks the hug with a look of anger. What happened? What happened, Sakura? Maybe we should put that conversation on hold until we get back to Konoha. This is Sai, by the way. Naruto then walks over to Sai, closely inspecting him. Naruto, can you stop inspecting the poor guy? Naruto scoffs and then proceeds to say, Your soul is impure, but it can be purified. It's up to you whether you want it to be purified or not. Choose your path wisely. They all get curious about that comment. Naruto then says, I'm gonna say it in the air, but I kind of got an idea of what the Akuma demon can be. But if some of you guys disagree, just let me know in the comment section down below and give me some ideas so we can switch it up. All right, anyway. Then Naruto then says, I'm going to keep a close eye on you. But anyway, about Sasuke. He's done something sorry. He's done something stupid, hasn't he? Kakashi. Yeah, sadly. Well, it wouldn't be a problem bringing him back. Sakura. You don't have to. Leave that scumbag where he is. Naruto is shocked by this. That was the last thing he expected to come out of her mouth. Yeah. When we get back to Konoha, we definitely need to have a talk about Sasuke. After that, they went back to Konoha, but they will find that something deadly will come soon. Yep. Yes, now I remember it. It's in here. Yep. Now we're gonna have a time skip to Konoha. Sakura, Kakashi, Sai, and Naruto are on their way to the Hokage's office, and yeah, Sai is still a spy and shit since Naruto's back. Well, yeah. I need to make. All right, to pause the story, I'm gonna make a cover up. Because Naruto's absence. Okay. So, the cover up will be. Dang it! I'll tell you the cover up after. After, because I can't think about it right now. Anyway. And by the way, Naruto is still upset with Hiruzen, but he does know about his death because he still had Akuma keeping tabs on the outside world and giving him some information, basically like a Zetsu. Anyway, Sakura was very happy that Naruto came back. She couldn't take her eyes off of him. She wanted to make sure Naruto doesn't go anywhere ever again. Kakashi's glad that his buddy is back. Sorry about that, guys. I messed up. But anyway, back to the story. Kakashi's glad that his buddy's back, and he was still surprised at his entrance when he killed the two Akatsuki members. He couldn't believe that Naruto possessed such power. Well, he could, because, last time he was a powerhouse when he was like 12, and now he's 16. No, wait, I said 4 years. Yeah, he was 12. 16. Just imagine you don't gotta imagine the power, because I'm telling you about the power he got. But anyway, they make it to the office and opens the door. Tsunade has a vein in her head because of how much paperwork she has to do. Shizune then says, Team 7 has returned with the guest lady Tsunade. She then looks up to see Team 7 with a handsome young man. She then says, and who might this handsome young man be? My name is Naruto Uchiha. I am the third remaining. Yeah. Wait, so Naruto, Sasuke, Itachi, and Obito. Sorry. The fourth remaining. Anyway. How do you know about Itachi? Sorry. Lady Tsunade, he's not new to the village. He left 4 years ago, and he's just returned not too long ago to help us take down Deidara and Sasori. Tsunade, okay. So you're that Naruto I heard so much about. And Kakashi was right. They have a nice pair of jugs. They then both body flicker behind the door, snickering, already up to no good. They then hear very fast footsteps approaching from the inside of the door. They both begin to run while laughing as Tsunade screams, "Perverts!" She then chases them through the whole Hokage residence. Gay. Anyway, Sakura was quite surprised and pleased to see Naruto more lively than before. He never had this much fun 4 years ago. She then notices that he's just happy to be back home. Tsunade then comes back, dragging the two by the back of their collars. Sakura lets out a chuckle as she drags them past. They moan and groan because of how bad the ass whooping was. After, they all quit playing around and get back to business. Tsunade, tell me, what do you bring to the table? If you'd like a test, I'd be happy to oblige. Great. You and Sakura will be doing a belt test to see how far you've gotten. You better be able to keep up. Naruto, no worries, I will. They then leave the office. Kakashi tells them that they can have some alone time. He tells them that the test will start tomorrow morning. They both nod as Kakashi body flickers away. They then roam the streets of Konoha. Naruto, I'm assuming things haven't been so good after I left, right? Sakura, sadly. But right now, let's not talk about that. She then clings to Naruto's arm and begins to pull him into a clothing store while saying, because you're taking me out. Naruto grows wide-eyed because he didn't think Sakura would ever say those words. He then smiles pleasantly, looking at how happy she looks. He then proceeds to buy her new clothes and take her out to eat. Then they get to a dessert stand. I want a sundae. Can I get it, please? Sorry. Naruto. All right. He then pays for the sundae, and they begin to walk arm in arm. She still clings to Naruto tightly. She doesn't want anyone else to leave her alone again. This is her worst fear ever since Naruto left. Things just went downhill for the whole team. Her thoughts were then interrupted by, And who is this? And who is this cutie you somehow scored with that big forehead of yours? Shut it, Ino Pig. I don't want you ruining my date with Naruto. Naruto? That can't be him. He left years ago. I do miss his brutishness, though. It reminds me of Sasuke. Naruto then, without a sound, flash steps. Yes, flash steps in front of Ino and lifts her chin while looking into her eyes and says, well, can Sasuke do this? He then leans in for a kiss. Ino was shocked by how bold this guy is. No hesitation. You really are Naruto, aren't you? Shh, don't talk. Ino then begins to blush uncontrollably and succumbs to her womanly urges. She proceeds to lean in as well, but Naruto heard fast footsteps and says, his eyes shoot wide and says, oh no. Sakura then proceeds to punch the shit out of Naruto on his head. Ah! Sorry. I'm sorry, Sakura. I wasn't really gonna do it. I was just proving my point. You what? Shut it, Ino Pig. She instantly turns to Naruto and begins to act like a wife. Oh my god, Naruto, I didn't mean to. I didn't know you were faking it. Are you hurt? Here, let me heal you. No, it's fine, Sakura. You don't have to worry so much. He then places the hand over Sakura's cheek. She begins to cradle it with her own, blushing with the happy smile on her face. Ino gets jealous and yells, get away from him! That's my Naruto! He doesn't even know you, Ino Pig! They both begin arguing as Naruto says to himself, was this what Sasuke had to deal with? No wonder he chose to leave. Both Ino and Sakura say in sync very angrily, what was that? Well, would you look at the time? It's runaway o'clock. He then proceeds to hop from building to building, laughing while they run after him, yelling, get back here, Naruto! It seems Naruto's knuckle-headed side grew on him now that he has his emotions under control. Sorry, my arm is getting numb. I'm laying on it. Anyway. But he's still the badass we all know, so anyway. They both get tired as Naruto appears before them. Looks like you two were too slow. No. You're just too fast. And Sakura nods her head in agreement. She says, yeah. They regain their energy and Ino begins to ask, so, where have you been all these years? I was in a place not of this world. It helped me with control and taught me a lot of things. Kurama as well. And before you say anything, that's his name, the nine-tailed beast. Okay, but why tell us? Because I am currently housing him. They both look in shock, and as his eyes turn to the nine-tail's red eyes. That's why all this time, that's what. They both begin to tear up because when they were younger, they witnessed Naruto's life, and it was horrible. They both then embrace him, comforting him. He then begins to tear up a little as well because he never got a chance to cry about it and let it go. They have this touching moment for about 10 minutes before regaining composure. So, sorry, So, that's why the village hated you. They're nothing but scum. Sakura, we're sorry about how we treated you back then. I told you before, Sakura, I hold no grudges against anyone, not even my enemies. They both blush at his nobility as he continues. So I don't blame either of you for any of it. You didn't know better anyway. You were young and still growing. You were following your parents' orders, so I won't hold it against you. Their hearts begin to feel warm as their faces begin to turn bright red. They then hear another female's voice, Hinata. Naruto? He then turns back to look at a girl in white and purple attire. Who are you? Yeah, because, they never had that incident when they were young. Oh, I'm Hinata. Heir to the Hyuga, am I right? Before she could answer, another Hyuga appears in front of her and says, What are you doing with my sister, demon? Nothing. She seemed like she wanted to talk, and I obliged. Neji, I swear if you touched... I did not touch your sister, Neji. We were just talking... Stop interrupting me! The yell goes silent as Neji continues. I will not let my sister's soul be tainted by a demon such as yourself. Hinata, come on, Neji, that's enough. He then grits his teeth and says, If I ever see you and my sister together again, you'll be sorry. He then turns around just to see Naruto with his arm around his sister. Hinata blushes like crazy, and Neji gets furious, disregarding like how the fuck did he just do that? Like, just disregard that incident. Like, anyway, I warn you. Naruto closes his eyes as he threw a punch. Naruto dodges with ease. Neji's in shock of what he just did, and so is everyone else. How did you do that? Naruto then flash steps behind Neji and explains. It's a technique called instinct. It allows me to move without thought, without thinking. That's how I was able to dodge your attack with my eyes closed. Meaning, no one can touch me. They all are shocked. They never heard of a technique called instinct. Naruto then says, You're free to test your luck and try as long as you'd like. Neji's pride took over and he rushed towards Naruto, throwing a punch. Naruto slightly taps his fist while turning his body to the side, making Neji stumble a little, dodging his attack. They're all surprised at how precise that was, like they're looking at a master teacher student. Sorry. Neji begins to throw punches and throw punch after kick, but not a single one is landing. Neji then throws a high kick Naruto's head. Naruto ducks and cuffs the back of Neji's ankle and pulls it back, making him fall on his back. Naruto then gets up and stands above Neji. Do you wish to continue? Neji gets up and says, You are now my enemy. I'll beat you no matter what. I do hope you achieve that fantasy. Neji scoffs as the two Hyugas jump off, because they're still on a building. Neji jumped off. He nods then says, "I'm sorry about this. I didn't mean for any of it to happen. Please forgive us." She then follows after her brother. Naruto looks as they both fade into the distance. Naruto then turns to Ino and Sakura and says, "Sorry about that," he says, nervously scratching his head. Sakura and Ino are still stunned, and they begin to praise Naruto. Sakura, "Naruto, that was amazing. I've never seen anybody move like that." "Yeah, you're pretty strong. You're like a prodigy or something." "I wouldn't say prodigy. I made a lot of sacrifices to get where I'm at. I had to work for the strength I have, just like you two." They both like how humble Naruto is with the power he holds. He doesn't let it consume him. Sakura then says, "Hey, Naruto-kun, you wanna come over to my compound and have dinner?" "I don't know if your mother would like a Jinchuriki at her dinner table." "Oh, come on, Naruto. She barely even remembers you." He thinks for a moment. "I will consider, but if it goes wrong, it's on you." "I'll take full responsibility," she says with a smile. Ino then begins to say, "What about me? Why are you leaving me out, Naruto-kun?" Sakura, "Kun? Ino Pig, you better shut up right now." "What was that, forehead?" They both growl at each other. But Naruto picks them up by their collars like puppies and breaks them apart. "No fighting." Both then says, "Sorry, Naruto." "It's alright. Now, I'll answer your question. It's not up to me. Ask Sakura." "Yeah, right. It's not like Forehead's gonna let me go. But she will listen to you. Mind asking for me?" "No, not at all." He then turns to Sakura and she instantly says, "No." "Well, I tried." Ino then hangs her head in defeat. They all then hop off the building and continue walking through Konoha. They all catch up on lost time talking and joking around, till Naruto felt something rushing towards him at a high speed, emitting a high level of bloodlust. He turns around at a high speed, pulling his katana out. He clashed with the attacker, but what he saw was no regular person. Ino and Sakura are surprised that they didn't sense the entity. To his surprise, it was a shadow, but it wasn't his sensei's. Kurama then says, "Be careful, kid. The shadow is artificial, but is no weak creation. Someone is trying to replicate your shadow work." "Noted." The shadow then pushes Naruto back with his sword with immense force. Ino and Sakura are stunned by the shadow being able to push Naruto back. Naruto slides on his feet. Ino and Sakura then dash towards the shadow. But then with a wave of its hand, a shockwave gets sent towards them, blasting them back. "Damn, why today of all days?" Naruto then flash steps in front of the shadow with a side slash. The shadow blocks the attack, but Naruto puts more force into the blow and blasts him back into a building. The streets of Konoha is being evacuated on behalf of the Hokage, an honorable informer of the battle. The shadow then picks itself up from the rubble and proceeds to dash towards Naruto. Naruto decides to release a little bit of power and end it quick, so no more damage could be done to the village. Dark aura starts to leak like fog. As the shadow gets closer, without a sound, he slices the shadow in half with his blade. It disperses and the battle is won. This was the first time in a while he had to actually try. Last time was against his sensei. Naruto then thinks to himself, who the hell is making things like this? And why? Then out of nowhere, two girls come crashing down on Naruto, embracing him. Ino, are you hurt, Naruto-kun? Let go of him, Ino Pig. Shut up, forehead. You have no right to tell me what I can and can't do. Plus, he's just as close as me as he is to you. Again, He doesn't even know you. All right, that's enough. Now get off of me and let's go home. It's getting late. Well, you can always come by my house and stay if you want. Starts to rub her breast on the right side of Naruto's chest. Sakura then pulls Ino off. Sakura, get off of me! No, you're trying to steal him from me. They both begin to feel bloodlust coming from Naruto. They slowly creak their heads to the side, sweating intensely. Dark aura leaks from Naruto. Then he says very scarcely, "If you two don't stop fighting, I won't be going anywhere with either of you." We're sorry, Naruto-kun. They never expected something that sounded so innocent sound so scary. After they all start to walk, but then Sakura remembers. Oh yeah, aren't you coming to dinner with me? Well, it wouldn't be fair to Ino if we leave her out. Ino's face brightens up with happiness as she blushes. You're so considerate, Naruto-kun. Whatever, Ino pig. I'll take you both out because I don't want any quarreling between you two. Sakura then sighs because she thinks Naruto has gotten a little soft since 4 years ago. If it were back then, knowing him, he would have shut her down without a second thought. Ino was very happy that Naruto would turn down Sakura's offer just for her. But on the other hand, she was upset that she couldn't have Naruto all to herself. This shit is just starting to sound like a fucking harem. Like what type? Yeah, like ecchi. No, not ecchi. Ecchi's with the titties and shit. It's like, yeah, harem. And yeah, CRA. Anyway. But on the other hand, yeah. They then say goodbye to each other and proceed to their homes. To Danzo. Danzo was currently in the room talking to a strange man in black. So, how was the test? My project is very close to complete. It was able to knock him back a peg. I just need more of his essence, just a capful. And after the Jinchuriki will be under your control, Lord Danzo. Good. Now be gone and finish your work. Yes, Lord Danzo. The person then vanishes from Danzo's sight. Danzo then laughs maniacally. Alright. The next morning, Naruto wakes up at 5 to start his daily routine. He works out for an hour, then he trains for another hour, and finally, he makes breakfast and relaxes for 30 minutes before leaving to meet Team Kakashi. Sorry. I like Guy's voice. Anyway, Naruto is sitting on his couch reading a book. It is now 7:14, and his meeting with Team Kakashi starts at 8:30, so he still has time to kill. Maybe I should go train more. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. He then gets up and grabs his katana from next to the door before opening. And to his surprise, it was Ino and Sakura. They were just about to knock. Ino then jumps onto Naruto. I've missed you so much, Naruto. I couldn't get you off my mind the whole night. Can you get off of him? It's too early for you to be playing around. Whatever, forehead. He then lets go of him and goes back to Sakura's side. Sakura, may we come in? Of course, but I was gonna go train until the meeting started. But change of plans, I guess. He then lets them both in. They both were surprised LMAO. They both were surprised at how clean Naruto kept his house. And it was very big. Wow, the inside is very nice. Yeah, it's very it's very tidy. Thank you, girls. Make yourselves at home. He then proceeds to sit. Before anything else, I don't think I finished. But if it ends, it ends. Okay, I'll have a next part out for you tomorrow. Anyway, sorry. Then he proceeds to sit back on the couch and continue reading his book. Ino and Sakura are surprised at how casual he was acting, ignoring the fact that two cute girls are in his home. They then walk over and sit on both sides of Naruto. Naruto, you girls can pick up a book if you'd like. He points to the bookshelf in front of him while still reading. Yeah, he's that OP. Anyway. Well. No. He can talk while he reads. He's that OP. Anyway. But I want to do something fun, Ino says. Sakura gets up and walks over to the bookshelf saying, well, reading is fun. She looks for a book carefully until she finds the same one as Naruto is reading and grabs two. Maybe we could do a group reading. Naruto, you mind starting over? Naruto then says while reading, no, not at all. This is actually my favorite book. I've been looking for people to read it with me ever since I came home. Sakura, well, today seems like your lucky day. Indeed it is. The fuck was that? Sorry. He says with a pleasant and happy smile. Both girls blush with a pleased smile. They are happy seeing him happy. They don't want him to experience any more pain nor sadness. Sakura then walks over to the couch, handing Ino a book. And soon after, they all get sucked into it. Boy, that was so fucking random. Anyway, 20 minutes later, Naruto is sitting in the middle while Ino is laying on Naruto's lap and Sakura is leaning on his shoulder. Naruto is reading aloud and suddenly remembers. Sakura, the bell test. Who cares? Kakashi's gonna be late anyway. Might as well give him a taste of his own medicine. You're right. I'll continue now. He reads 2 pages aloud. Then Sakura and Ino suddenly remember why they're there in the first place. They both close their books, catching Naruto's attention. What's wrong? You guys don't like the book? No, we just remembered the reason we came here. What might that be? Sakura then gets a little embarrassed and starts to squirm nervously. Naruto finds it kind of cute, the way she gets jittery while making a cute face. Ino realizes this and takes over. Anyway, we wanted to talk to you about something called the CRA. What is that? Sounds like an organization. It's not exactly. It's a program where if you're the last remaining member of a God damn it. Sorry. It's not exactly. It's a program where if you're the last remaining member of a clan, you'll be able to have... Oh, this is Ino, sorry. It's not exactly. It's a program where if you're the last remaining member of a clan, you'll be able to have multiple wives to restore it. I'm assuming you two want to be a part of that with me. Am I wrong? They both blush as they shake their heads. Yes. Very well. If you two wish to be with me, then I'll grant that wish. Plus, I've grown to like you two. After he says that, their faces start to turn bright red. And both of you have great assets. Sakura has a nice body. Ino has a killer rack and a nice body. So I'd be more than happy to have you two fine ladies by my side. They both get excited and tackle Naruto to the ground while screeching loudly. Naruto looks at the two girls hugging his waist. And he sees that they're genuinely happy about this. He smiles pleasantly, but then Naruto feels a tap of a fist on his head. Well, you've just come back and you're already a ladies' man. I'm something most females can't resist. Both girls then jump off from Naruto in embarrassment. Kakashi then continues. You know, you have to have confirmation from the Hokage and the council to go through with this. Sakura then pulls out a scroll and hands it to Naruto. Tsunade already got us covered on that matter. All you have to do is sign it. Kashi, this is all touching, but don't we have a test to do? Right. No, sorry. Naruto. Right. Since oh yes, this is the part where I didn't finish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to start working on this the rest right now, and I'll get it to you as soon as possible. As soon as possible, probably early in the morning, or yeah, because I don't think I'll be going to sleep anytime soon. So I'll probably upload it sometime around 1 or 2 because I got a lot to write. But anyway, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the position of the Akuma demon. The Akuma demon. So I'm just gonna go off the dome. The Akuma demon is basically a demon. Maintaining the balance, like or like a helpful demon or whatever, or some sort. Like see how he did with Sasuke. You can see how pure somebody's soul is. Like if they're really in need, like majorly in need, like they need somebody, Naruto will appear, and like in the dream or something. And what you call it? Matter of fact, no, scratch that. That's retarded. Sorry. This is sorry. I'm gonna tell you in the next one because I can't think of things off the bat like that. Like I'm kind of retarded. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 4 of What If Naruto Was an Uchiha, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. And yes, I'm still going to be doing Reborn as I was, but I was just taking a little break off of it because I was really liking the Uchiha one. But anyway, bye. Have a good day. Have a good night. Whatever. Okay. Sorry. One more thing. Yeah. When I said Kakashi already destroyed Kisame, that was he been did that. Like when Naruto was still meditating and junk, because Team Kakashi ran into the Akatsuki, and whatchamacallit, yeah, they battled it out. Kisame ended up getting destroyed, but Itachi made it out because plot, and I like Itachi, so yeah. And the person you see in the pic, that's him. Anyway, bye.